Hello, everyone. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a pair of legendary titles, Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2 remastered on the Nintendo Switch. These Gothic classics have been brought back to life by Aspyr, the same team that gave us the fantastic Tomb Raider 1 to 3 remastered. But how do these remasters hold up? Let's dive right in and find out. The Soul Reaver games are more than just cult classics. They're the blood-soaked jewels in the crown of the Legacy of Kain franchise. Originally released in 1999 and 2001, these titles were groundbreaking for their time, blending rich storytelling, atmospheric visuals, and unique gameplay mechanics. At the heart of these games is Raziel, a tragic anti-hero and fallen vampire lieutenant betrayed by his master, Kain. After being cast into the abyss and left for dead, Raziel is resurrected as a wraith by a mysterious elder god. What follows is a tale of vengeance, redemption, and existential struggle. Set against the dark, decaying world of Nosgoth, the Soul Reaver games were co-written and directed by the legendary Amy Hennig, known for her work on the Uncharted series. Her narrative expertise shines here, crafting a story that's equal parts Gothic fantasy, medieval drama, and cosmic horror. These games are easily the strongest entries in the Legacy of Kain series, which spanned 2 decades before ending with 2018's ill-fated online PvP experiment, Nosgoth. Now, after years in gaming limbo, these masterpieces are back, thanks to Aspyr's careful remastering. Let's start by breaking down the story and gameplay of each title. In Soul Reaver 1, players step into Raziel's decayed shoes as he navigates a post-apocalyptic Nosgoth ruled by Kain. The world is bleak and brutal, teeming with grotesque creatures and crumbling ruins. As Raziel, you'll hunt down and confront Kain's other vampire lieutenants, former allies who have devolved into monstrous forms over centuries. The gameplay is a mix of combat, exploration, and puzzles. Raziel starts with only his claws and agility, but gradually gains new abilities by defeating bosses. These powers aren't just for combat, they also unlock new areas to explore, adding a Metroidvania-style progression that keeps the game fresh. One of the standout mechanics in Soul Reaver 1 is how you deal with enemies. As a wraith, Raziel can't kill vampires in the traditional sense. Instead, you'll need to use environmental hazards like impaling them on spikes, burning them with fire, or drowning them in water to finish them off. This adds a layer of strategy to combat, forcing you to think creatively and use your surroundings to your advantage. Another defining feature is Raziel's ability to shift between the material world and the spectral realm. Each area has 2 versions, and solving puzzles often involves switching between these realities. The spectral realm distorts the environment, creating paths that don't exist in the material world. But there's a catch. Raziel's health depletes over time in the material realm, so you'll need to consume souls to survive. This mechanic keeps the gameplay tense and engaging, as you're constantly balancing exploration, combat, and survival. Soul Reaver 2 picks up where the first game leaves off, transporting Raziel to a restored era of Nosgoth. The sequel delves deeper into the lore, exploring Raziel's past as a Seraphan demon hunter and the complex history of the Legacy of Kain universe. The gameplay in Soul Reaver 2 shifts focus slightly with a greater emphasis on traditional combat. While the environmental kills from the first game are still present, they're less central. Instead, you'll face more weapon-wielding enemies and engage in more straightforward hack-and-slash combat. The exploration is also more linear in Soul Reaver 2, with fewer divergent paths but a stronger narrative focus. While this makes the sequel feel less innovative than the original, it still offers a compelling experience with its rich storytelling and polished gameplay. Now, let's talk about the remastering. Aspyr has done a fantastic job preserving the Gothic aesthetic of these games while enhancing them for modern platforms. The character models and textures have been cleaned up, and the lighting has been improved, making the world of Nosgoth more immersive than ever. One of the coolest features is the ability to switch between the original and remastered visuals with a single click. It's a great way to appreciate the work that's gone into this collection while reliving the nostalgia of the original games. The remasters also include quality of life improvements like smoother performance, adjustable camera sensitivity, and controller remapping. There's even a photo mode for capturing Nosgoth's eerie beauty. But the real cherry on top is the bonus content. Aspyr has packed this collection with extras, including playable scrapped levels, behind-the-scenes footage, lore materials, and more. Exploring cut content offers a fascinating glimpse into the development process, and it's a treat for fans to see what could have been. Some of the scrapped levels are buggy or incomplete, but that's part of their charm. They're a raw, unpolished look at gaming history. Overall, the Soul Reaver Remastered collection is a love letter to fans of the series. It preserves the essence of these classic games while making them accessible for a new generation of players. While there are a few minor technical hiccups, like occasional texture pop-ins and visual bugs, they're easy to overlook given the quality of the overall package. So, what's the verdict? This collection earns a solid 8 out of 10. It's a must-play for longtime fans and a fantastic entry point for newcomers. Here's hoping the success of this remaster sparks renewed interest in the Legacy of Kain series. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a new chapter in Nosgoth's story someday. Thanks for watching, and let us know your thoughts on Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered in the comments below. Until next time, happy gaming!